going to be announcing soon and doing some demonstrations on that sun killer, that new technology we have, took direct hit from the sun. Also, too, putting a challenge on that sun killer. Now, the sun killer is a game that we are working on that has the ability to be able to produce a image and outside when direct sunlight is hitting the screen. And it just shows you how much light that technology can take in. Now, we're already beginning the process of actually working on the base formula for the new technology, for the new screens that are going to be coming out. I'm actually reaching out to a few more engineers and patent attorneys on basically building a motorized projection screen and a few screens and some interesting memory surface wallpaper screens. Can't tell you about that, but I'm telling you, for you that are gamers, it is going to be a blast. So anyway, what we're doing here is we're showing the power of Blue. Now, Blue is a screen we developed that has a 100% coating technology. It's a blue surface that has the ability to pick up all different sorts of color, but the screen has incredible gain capabilities. So we're using over here is an 800 lumen projector, and just to make sure that projector is the screen to have to fight to get whatever lumens it possibly can from the projector. We got a 200 watt light hitting here, and then it has to push through another 100 watts of light there and make contact with the screen and all this ambient light at 14 feet back and still maintain an image. So this is the kind of testing we have to put this kind of technology through to make sure that if you're going to use an 800 lumen projector in your home, you can use an 800 lumen projector in your home. So the specifications we have under Blue is to tell our customers, that, hey, look, if you have an 800 lumen projector, a 900 lumen projector, you can use this in your home at 14 feet back and your screen's not going to wash out or fade. So I think the best way to do this is to be able to block as much, interfere with as much of the lumens as we possibly can. By the minute they shoot up from the projector, we can basically start deteriorating them before they make contact with the screen. All right, so let's go in and have a look at the distance throw that we have right here. So there's the screen right here. Okay, somebody comment on. Or what's my best screen paint? Right now would be a 12. 12s are the best ones right now. We're around 14 feet back from the screen. And there it is right there. It's my Mitsubishi 800 lumen projector with a spotlight right on top of it, hitting the lumens here, and then it has to push through there at 14 feet, make contact through all this light, and hit the screen. That would be the 12. 12s are right now would be the best because they can absorb a ton of ambient light. I mean, a lot of ambient light. Unless, if you're not a big fan of the black contrast, we do make a screen paint called the black silvers, and black silvers can produce contrast levels with the gray screen capability. Some people like the gray screens. It's like those right there. I'm gonna have to, you know what? That's a good question you put out there. I'm gonna have to basically design a specification sheet on saying which ones had a benefit on this one and that one, so that way we can get a better understanding. I'll just do a demonstration tomorrow, them all together, and then we'll do a specification sheet on which ones will actually perform on this level and that level. All right, so first things first, let's pull up some nice flowers. Now, keep in mind, I'm running this through my computer because my this computer I'm using, projector I'm using right now is very, very old. It does have to use a computer only. I don't think we need anything here. What do we got here? No thanks. You can see how much ambient light is coming off this giant light bulb that's hitting the screen, that's illuminating the area. We have the overhead light, and then we have the floodlight. So what we're trying to do is with the floodlight and with the light in front of it, we're trying to diminish the lumens before they make contact with the screen. So they're going to have to, from the door, be hit with 200 lumens. Then from there, travel around 10 feet and be hit with the lamp, diminish the lumens. Then after that, they'll hit the overhead light, and then they'll have to travel whatever lumens are left, make contact with the screen. Whatever lumens are left over, the screen's going to regenerate that particular, generate those lumens into gain and push the image back at you so you can see an image. So in the next couple of days, we are going to be doing some extremely strange demonstrations with blue. This will show you exactly how it's out of the ordinary. It's an interesting kind of technology, as you can see. First things first, the surface is blue. Now at the we started off with the blue screen was because we started developing this stuff called color coding technology, which allows the hey Chief, how you doing? How you doing? So we started developing this technology that so we could read color, allow the screen to read color with the projector without the fact of calibrating the projector and all that nonsense. We put a little bit of it in the black, we put some of it in the black silver, but it was kind of hard to tell people that we're doing this and they're seeing a black and gray screen. So we thought the best way to do it, to convince people that the technology works, was to coat the screen blue. Now, if you got a screen blue that's producing bright, beautiful greens and blues and oranges and reds and purples and pinks and all that, now you can get an understanding on the screen's coding. So we've already got 12 companies already on board for basically, they want to experiment with it. I mean, they're not going to take it down and break it down. They want to experiment and see how they can basically incorporate it into other things like, I don't know, movies or maybe advertising or anything they're going to pretty much try to work with it with. They're going to see how it works with different forms of their projectors that they have at their shop. They want to play around with it. Now, I'm hoping that, you know, I'm looking on the news. I watched the news about the whole thing about COVID. I watched the whole thing about the vaccine. This is very important to me because this means the difference to me being able to ship overseas. This means the difference to me of being able to deal with companies, to be able to open up a factory, to be able to hire people. It actually, there's a lot of stuff involved and around this. Let me see. Current. Oh, could you show the arcade room? Okay, we'll do that. Hold on. Would you like a price tag on what it took to build it? Because it's real cheap. I'll hold on for a minute. We're gonna do something for a customer. Ooh, I'm watching copyrighted content, so I like to watch these outdoor shows. I'll let it play. It's not got any problems. We're going to go up to the arcade room for a fellow YouTuber just now who just asked about the arcade room. So this is the arcade room right here. Which one? Are you talking about the small one or the big one? This is a small one. This the big one's a Tron. Okay, this would be the arcade. Okay, so this is the arcade room here. I built this in one of the small rooms that I have in the house. Are you going to be doing the portrait mode on your portrait mode setup, or are you going to be doing landscape? I'm curious because it's very important. You're going to use like console or PC? Because if you're going to use the portrait mode, okay. So if you're doing portrait mode, you can't use any console systems in here. Consoles can't do portrait mode. You got to do PC. So I'll show you how to put the whole thing together. Okay, cool. All right, so this is what you got to do. Okay, this is a 106-inch screen. As you can see, I got it mounted the opposite way up like this. So the screen I paid for at the time was made by, this is an Elite screen. You don't have to spend this kind of money for it, but I wanted borderless. So the screen cost me around 260 bucks. I got the projector off of eBay for 139. That's the stand I built for it right there. So the stand allows me to set the projector upright. So I'll turn it on here for you. Now with the projector, all you got to do is go to your computer and go to displays and put it on Keystone. No, sorry, not Keystone. I'm sorry. I apologize. Go to your display settings and go put it on portrait. Once you put it on portrait, then you go over to your projector and you have to stand it upright like this. So it hits the screen, and the only thing you have to adjust on the projector is keystone and corner keystone. Corner keystone if you have to, but mostly it's all keystone, and that's basically about it. So I have a game right now reloaded on it. So let me see if my screen had tilted. Hold on for a minute. I have to say something here. Oh, wow. I'm sitting there like, why is my screen sticking out from the wall? And I'm realizing that the keystone just went back. So I got to go and adjust my keystone real quick. I'm like, why is my screen? There we go. So there's the screen right there. Now, if you decide you want to build your computer, you can get a really cheap one. Go to Amazon. I paid $211 for the computer. Like I said before, it's a good computer if you're doing arcade games on it and only a lot of power. 2 terabytes of solid state drive, 16 megabytes DDR3 at 1060, and you have an i5 quad core processor. And then on top of that, on the back of it, because I didn't want to run any cables, I'm running a network Wi-Fi card back there with the antennas and all that good stuff. Keyboard and mouse, I got off Amazon for $27, and just an Xbox 360 controller was fantastic. About that much, yeah. Yeah, and then the graphic card, you got the graphic card that works with those because keep in mind, it's a good gaming PC, and I saw somebody convert. I can't take credit for this. Somebody on YouTube did this. They give them the credit, but they used a low-profile graphic card. So I used the GTX 1050, and that was DDR. I think it's DDR5 with 4 gigs on it. But you have to make sure you get the TI. And then there you go. And then run some LED lights through. I painted my ceiling black because there's supposed to be a star field up there, but I haven't got around to buying the projector. So yeah, you could do it for around $600. I got to add it up. It's not a lot of money to do it. But once you get it all set up and you get it good to go, I use my controllers for this. I got to get me a joystick for this. It's oh, by the way, I forgot to add. This is Blue technology. On this is actually a blue screen. So this is a 106-inch portrait mode using Blue technology. So I'll show you real quick, and we'll do a demonstration on it. There you go. So it's pretty cool. Oh, wait, I forgot to add one, man. I forgot to add real quick. The soundbar, and sub, $130 on eBay. Not eBay, sorry, on Amazon. $130 on Amazon, and the chair right here, $100. That's it, and it's massage. I don't know your height. I'm 5'11", and it fits perfectly. So it's a great massage on it right there. I love this chair. You know why? If you have back problems, and right in here in the lower part of your back, this thing gets right in there like somebody kneeling it in there. You fall asleep in the chair every time. What I'm going to do for you, I'm going to go on my Amazon account. I'm going to track down everything I bought in here, like the chair, the computer, and everything. And I'll put links at the bottom if anybody wants to build it. And I mean, you can just go in there and just get it from there. Like I said, I try to do everything as affordable as I possibly can. The lights are called chasers. Now, people have a hard time finding the chasers online. So what I'll do is I'll put a link there. We get the chasers. They're around $27. So not a lot of money. You can build the entire thing, put it together. Yeah, you would never leave your basement. But yeah, not a problem. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll put it down the bottom with all the stuff that I purchased, and then that way you can just go in and just, you know. Oh, by the way, that file card, a low profile card, doesn't take any power from the power supply, and my power supply is around 275, and I was able to run Fortnite off of it. Like, with no problem, no rips, no tears, nothing. Fortnite off of it. And I suck at Fortnite, just by the way. For anybody who's going to sit there and say, Ken, can I play you in Fortnite? I suck at Fortnite. You don't want me on your team. At all. I'm horrible at that game. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I come from the era of Unreal Tournament. I don't know the whole game, but that's where I come from. And if anybody remembers Bond 64, yeah, that era, Bond 64. God, they should bring out a new Bond. They swear they should bring out a new Bond. They should bring out a Bond. See, that's what I'm talking about. Nintendo, if they up their game, they could bring out the old games. I would love to play Bond 64 with a bunch of people. Yeah, but not a problem. I got no time for breaking away from the video and showing you. I'll put some links at the bottom where you can actually order everything from. All right, so let's get back to Blue. Oh, and I forgot the screen upstairs, the portrait mode. That's actually coded in Blue technology. And the one behind me is coded in Blue technology also. There we go. Just to let you know that not all the games will play in that kind of horizontal kind of picture mode. I wanted it for Space Invaders. That's where it started. And I found out the one game that I wanted it for did not comply to those settings at all. And I was like, oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. But everything else did. So I just downloaded a bunch of shooters. Yeah, 12 runs on games all the time. Actually, I have 135 in the back that runs off the 12. Let's pull up a darker demonstration type of thing. We're getting a lot of commercials in this one. So we'll come out of this one. And 12's right off of it. I think what we'll do is like tomorrow we'll do like a gaming setup where we'll show you all the different games, different screens. We'll run the system through, see how they run. But yeah, I got 135 upstairs, all black screen. It runs off that perfectly. Just a minute. $4K fish, YouTube. Yeah, I actually have one of those projectors. That's a pretty cool projector. And I was pretty shocked on that projector too, because when I got it, that projector was like, it was something like 16,000 to 1 contrast, and like 1,500 lumens. I was like, what the frick am I gonna do with 1,500 lumens? But that thing was surprisingly bright. It's a very nice projector. I mean, the only thing about it is the fact that it does take a separate sound source. So it doesn't have a sound source you could run through the projector. You have to have a separate one. But that's a pretty cool projector. I do like that projector. I have one downstairs in the basement. Yeah, good, man. That's good. Cam up. That's a good one. Good price. They run a little higher than that too. That's a good price. That's a really good price. All right, so that's the one you have, right? All right, so to help you out so you can see what the paint's gonna look like on your projector, I'm gonna use this tomorrow, okay? We'll use this one tomorrow. So this is my model number for mine there. So what I'll do is to help you out, I'll do a demonstration tomorrow on this projector, and that way you can get an idea on how it's gonna run off your projector. All right? So I'll set that there, I export that out of my shop. And we'll do a demonstration off that one tomorrow. And we'll do some gaming demonstrations. I'll run my PS4 and stuff through it. And that way you get an idea exactly how it's going to run off your screen. We'll do one with the lights on off on the 12. We'll do one with the platinum eclipse. And we'll do one with the black silver so you can figure out which one you may want. I think that's why I buy so many projectors, so I can try to relate to everybody. But some of those projectors are a little bit out of my price range. Oh, no problem, no problem. No problem. I'll tell you what I would like to do. The interesting thing about the Blue technology is that it does work with knockoff projectors. We don't support them, but this projector will have the capability of doing it. So people have those valve projectors. Projectors told me we had to turn those down because we couldn't support those projectors. This technology does support them. So one of the things we do have to change when we go into Blue, when we start getting ready to design the shopping cart for it, it will not have the same policy as in projectors restriction. There won't be anything there. Excuse me. It won't be anything there because there is really no restrictions for this form of technology. It's designed to run on just about everything. Now, what I advise going out and buying a knockoff projector? No, because they're going to still lie about their specifications. But those people have those particular projectors like the Valva, I think the Valva, and I can't pronounce the other one. It's called X Zoom. I don't know if I'm saying it wrong. Please correct me. But that particular projector right there, it'll run those with no problem. So those of you that are interested in buying those projectors, you still want to use the pixel shifting capabilities, you can run it off Blue. Because we lose a lot of money. Every time I got to turn somebody down who owns one of those projectors, that's a sale I lose. So I was like, you know what? We got to design something that's going to work with just about everything. And that's what we started engineering with Blue. All right, so I'm showing you what we're doing right here. We're running 800 lumens, 14 feet. 800 lumens is being hit with about 100 lumens, about 200 lumens, about 200 lumens. I got to check that lamp. About 100 lumens right there. And then after that, it's pushing through another lamp here. And then after that, it's making its way through here at 14 feet and making contact with the screen at only 800 lumens. Because if I put these specifications on our site, I have to be able to back it up. If I'm telling you we're going to use 800, you can use 800 lumens, I have to show you 800 lumens. So I'll put the model number of the projector so you can check it out for yourself. It doesn't have 16.9, it's too old. It's just 4.3. Let's pull up some black contrast levels too over here. Let's see if we got any contrast levels in this video. There's some colorful ones. Take a few of these real quick. Oh man, I wish they would do a bond online. That would be amazing to do a bond online. I think the service would crash if they bought a bond out. And you could have a choice, like you could do the retro version or you could do the newer version. That's how you should have it. Now that's something they should have bought to the next gen systems. That would have been fun. What was it, the karate chop? I think it was the karate chop. The melee hit was the karate chop. That was embarrassing. Somebody came behind you and got you with that chop, that kung fu chop. That was the end of it. You had to log out of the game like, no, I'm done. I'm done. That'd have been fun. All right. So, putting some contrast levels for y'all. See, oh, wrong mouse. Let's do. So the purpose of this is to pretty much see if we can dim the screen. If the screen is going to lose any form of color, if anything's going to wash out on the screen. So we use the lowest amount of lumens and we basically hit it with the most amount of light we can hit it with. We give the farthest distance so we can see exactly how strong the gain is on the technology. So it just tells my customers, hey, if you got an 800 lumen projector in your house, well, you can use it and your screen's not going to suffer for it. So price tag for this projector behind me was $18. That's what I paid for it. It was old. Nobody wanted it, so I bought it. I needed it for work. But if it did at $16.9, well, I'd be using it. Yes, I would. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And let's do, I'm going to go with a, wrong mouse. 2 mouse, everyone. One. Let's bring up this one. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. Now, before we leave out of here real quick, oh shoot, I forgot. We got stuff going on in the kitchen right now. So this is what's going on in the kitchen. I told you that I bought a bunch of these projectors right here, ultra short throws. I got them for $150 a piece. That's what I paid for. So I got to put the link in probably in this video or the next video where to get the projector for 150 bucks. Yeah, fire sticks all over the house. This is my kitchen projection screen because sometimes when I'm in the kitchen, I like to watch TV when I get up in the morning, have a cup of tea, and I like to sit here and watch my cartoons. I watch Cartoon Networks. I watch a lot of cartoons. So yeah, I like to sit here and watch some cartoons. So this is the kitchen projection screen. That right there is the tabletop projection screen. This is a work in progress. So I'm actually in the process of ordering a glass table for the kitchen. I'm going to take the projector, connect it under the screen, under the table, so I can project an image right through the glass, and the glass is going to be jet black. It's going to be coated with black invisible technology. That is going to be a project right there. Someone's trying to give me information or teaching me how to use sensors so I can make the glass touchscreen. Oh, that's going to be a bit of a headache. I don't know too much about that kind of technology, so I'm kind of teaching myself a little bit here and there. I'm going to this one right here. There we go. That is 126 inches. That is the one. I got to start firing up my lights too. Excuse me if I'm straying off the demonstration. I got to fire up my lights real quick. So my lights are basically, what the heck? I'm about to say. There we go. So this is what I mean by firing off my lights. I'm getting these things ready tonight. And then, right now, I'm in the process of got two projects going on at the same time. So the attic, I told you that I'm actually converting it into a command center. I'm actually going to be putting in a drone docking system up there. It's for an experiment. So basically, I'm actually customizing and building some drones or modifying them with quiet rotors, taking out all the LED lights, and I'm actually going to be coating them with a weatherproof version of that 3.0 black. That's that in technology that they make that's supposed to be close to Venta black. You ever heard of Venta black? This is supposed to be the blackest paint in the entire world. You paint this up with a car, it's nearly invisible. So imagine if you have a drone that you can't see and can't hear. That's what I'm building upstairs on the top floor. So what I'm doing is I'm designing a docking station. The docking stations will allow the drones to patrol the area, come back in, dock and charge, and from there I can remote control access any video feed and download that. That's what the upstairs is being converted to. This is little China, a little Japan. In here, a little setup in here. I get rid of that chair. Oh, yeah, I just got the fountain in yesterday. This is funny. It's a good thing I didn't do that on YouTube because, man, it got messy in here. Couldn't figure out how to get the pump to work, and water spilled all on the back. Almost hit that circuit. Almost blew everything out. Let me just power it up real quick. Always add something a little extra in my demonstrations. Getting that one charged up. You'll see. When I get them finished, I have a friend of mine come and help me finish the rest of them. Oh, this is the black screen. This is 12. These are 12s. Upstairs, I have some 12s. Let me just get out of here. This is the black screen. These are 12s. This screen was actually made out of a bed sheet. So this is made out of scraps of wood and a bed sheet that I got over at Walmart for $9.44. Whatever you do not get these things mixed up. I got 4 of these running around the house right now. You get these things mixed up, it becomes your own personal nightmare trying to figure out which one's which. So here's a portrait mode right there. This is my work. This is my work display for work. And this is 12 right here running right now. So that's 12. There's my little tea area right there. Believe it or not, I have not had a cup of tea from there yet. And then we come in here. This is the Tron. This is a crazy room. If anybody in the channel suffers from any form of seizures, leave the channel, please. Just give me a bit of a heads up before this thing starts up. So this room is called the Tron. Oh boy, my neighbors hate this freaking room. They do. This room it's covered in LED lights. So first thing we'll do is we'll fire up. Matter of fact, should we fire the lights up first, one by one? I think it'd be kind of cool if we fire the lights up one by one. All right, let's fire the lights up one by one. There's a system I have to go through. One of the lights trigger off in a rainbow effect, which I still can't figure out why it does it, but it does it. And I have to go through the issues, try to get it back to where it was. So let's see which one we got to activate first. That's the main one. These got to come out. These got to come out. And we got to activate these. These are the ones that trigger off weird. So I got to come in and... Why they start off so fast? So this is the Tron. Let me bring it down some. Let me break it down for you. Now these are the chasers. These are the chasers you can get on for $27. But this is what you gotta look for. If the remote control looks like this is what you want to buy. If it doesn't look like this, it doesn't have this round kind of look to it, don't buy them. These are chasers. So what we want is a damaged circuit look. There, that's too much. Let's slow that down a little bit. Oh, rain, I don't know. Here we go. Just to slow it down, it's too fast. There we go. Slow it down. Now we'll go in and we'll transfer. These are the ones that have to be programmed first. I don't know why, but when these trigger off, the other ones, when you plug them in, they turn straight blue. These are the only ones that have a problem that will not turn straight blue. They'll automatically turn into this colored display. And the last thing I want to see is colors. I need a solid blue, or actually a broken circuit to run. Sorry if it's taking so long, people. This is what I'm saying. It's the one thing I don't like about these particular ones. At least it gives you a chance to see all the different lights you'll get out of it. There we go. That's the circuit. All right. Well, that's one of the broken circuits. It's supposed to stack. At least you get a chance to see how many different patterns you can have on here. These are fantastic. If you're building an arcade room, these are pretty cool. If you have these that's one guy had one strip running through the entire house. So he had them chained all through the house. It's one strip going in one direction. I thought that was pretty cool. I think, yeah, this is the stack. So these are called the stack. So what they'll do is they'll stop, they'll bump into each other, and they'll stack up. They'll keep stacking, keep stacking, keep stacking. And after that, they fit a certain amount, they'll take off. There you go. All right, so that's the first one. Then we got to put in the damage. The damage is basically one that runs red, so that's the one that's damaged. Good for us, Pastor. I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you probably could, because some of the lights, when I get them, like, okay, so there's certain ones. Some have the red backing. The ones that have the red backings are pretty strong. The ones that have the blue are okay. But then when you get the ones that have like that 3M kind of white on the back of them, they get kind of iffy. So you have to consider the fact that if you're going to have this in your house, the heat's going to be on, the air conditioner's going to be on, there's a good chance that tape may become unpeeled. So what I do is I take packing tape and I go over top of it, and I can still see them. No problem. All right, so now we're going to put in the damaged circuit, which is red. This is the damaged circuit popping off. That's the red circuit that's damaged. To give it the effect that one of the circuits is basically having a problem. It just runs one long string right through. All right. Then we fire off all the rest of them. Then we start having fun. Now we have the overheads. All these trigger off right now. That has a set of its own power supply. Note to self, you can only run 3 of them together. You run 4 of them, they start to dim. So you have to make sure that you put in a power supply right there to run the rest of them through. So for every 3, you got to jump a power supply in. And that's what happened here. They ran here and it stopped. I had to run a separate power supply to go through. So then we put on another one. All right, so now we activate those up there. They start running. Now, we're not done yet. Now we'll come over here. This section lights up too. So then we plug these in. And now these activate. There you go. Down here, across the floor, and they trace all through here. And then the LED lights, we have a separate set of LED lights for here. And we should have a separate for the chair. The chair lights up too. So let me see if I can basically figure out how to get the chair. I disconnected the chair by accident yesterday when I was moving something. Let's see, move the chair in. Just want to try to get the chair plugged in. There we go. And now the chair's in. All right, there we go. Whatever you do, I'm gonna tell you from the door, make sure that all the lights are the same. Because if they're not, you're gonna have it's gonna look like a box of Skittles spit up in your room. It's gonna be all kinds of lights going off at the same time. Unless you want it that way, but that's how it's gonna be. These lights are also sound activated. So if I wanna run a system in here, play some music, or doom, 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 they all dance at the same time. All right, so let's turn this off, shut the door. We got the glow in the dark UV going on. And there we go. The fan also has LED lights, but I don't have batteries for it. And here we go, set up here. So you can see from a distance. And there's the whole room firing off. I'm not done with the ceiling yet. So this project's not done yet. I'm actually putting in a large generator unit here that's going to have these giant, massive EL wires, cables that are going to connect to the chair and to the back of this base. I'm going to pulsating light behind this. Hopefully, when I can get my hands on an Xbox system or maybe a PS5, I can put them both here and have one glowing in green and one glowing in blue. But, who knows? We can get them. So let me fire up the big board. So that is a Chrissy 505 up there, hooked up to a PS4. And that right there is a 135-inch black screen. You have to make sure your lights are dimmed too. It's good. I have all these lights dimmed in here. I like to go on YouTube and I watch what people do with fluorescent, with these kind of lights. Oh my goodness, one guy coated everything in his freaking computer room with an invisible glow in the dark paint that actually lights up. Wow. You have to wear sunglasses in there. You literally have to wear sunglasses in there. So I just go in and just check out what other people are doing and how they're working with LED lights. And man, it's crazy some of the stuff people do. I find it so fascinating. And there's the PS4 on 135. We have the soundbar running right now. So this is kind of a work in progress. It's getting there. I got about 10 more sets of lights to run through. And then we have the chair here. It's a chair. The chair glows in the dark. So I put the chair in solid blue. I put the LED lights on these center speakers in blue. And then I'm going to do the sub in a solid blue. And then here I'm going to do one side in green and one side in blue. So let's do Tron 4K demonstration. see. Oh, I love this one. This looks freaking sick. Where's my soundbar is acting right? My soundbar was acting really buggy yesterday. I did something to it. I messed it up somehow. I'm not getting the soundbar like this. My soundbar's working again. Very cool. Soundbar's working. Yesterday it wasn't working at all. Yeah, you can step on them. I had to tape them down to the ground. Those had to be taped. The ones I'm walking around on, you had to tape them down. You step on them. Around the baseboard. Careful of that. I can only show so much. Oh yeah, this is the I was gonna call it the Tron or the grid. I haven't figured it out yet, but it's not even done yet. It's still a work in progress. So I got more LED lights to go in here. But yeah, you can step on it. You just gotta be careful where you step. You kind of memorize when you're in here. So when you're here moving around, you gotta make sure you do not step on the ends. Those little corners right there, do not step on those, because if you break those, you're gonna have to replace everything, or you're gonna have to cut and solder, or which way you want to go. And then these right here, those right there, those connectors, you don't want to step on those. I tripped over a few of those. So you just kind of have to memorize. It's kind of like memorizing a minefield. That's all it is. You just have to just memorize where everything's at. So let me show you where we're building the command center. I don't like going up here at nighttime because this place freaks me the freak out. This is the attic. All right, now it's being used for storage, but everything up in here is going to be put into a storage unit and start the process of building up here. The reason why I like this area is because it's kind of like the bird's nest. I have direct contact. These are all cameras that are running through here. The bird's nest, yeah, because my name is Bird, yeah. This is where we're going to put the, we're going to build the scaffold. I'll be getting to build the scaffold for the drones. they'll be able to go from here to the driveway to the back of the house and come back up. So I have a friend who's coming in. He's an expert in that field on modifying these drones. He's going to be helping me out with this project. I like this area because this whole entire area is going to be jet black. It's going to be coated with 12 technology. And I might put a couple of scanners up here for fun. That's what I'm thinking about doing. We're going to redo the floor up here. And then we're going to actually have cameras posted from one section to the house to the next. We can actually watch everything from inside of here with no problem whatsoever. All the windows will be cloaked. All that will be gone. You won't be able to see any of that all whatsoever. You wonder what the purpose of it for? I can't tell you about that. It's a project I'm working on. And I like the way these are slanted because I can put monitors right here, right up in here where I can actually monitor anything that goes in and out. I always wondered when I was a kid. Now, that monstrosity, I don't even know what's behind that one, but I don't check these doors. Just two of them on each side. Got a funny feeling there's something in there at night that walks around at night. Like come in the at nighttime, I hear things moving around up here. So, you know, be funny if I was up here and I'm working on something and something bumps into my leg. But I figure if I put my chair here, okay, so if I put my seating here, I can sit here, a swing chair, and I can see my monitor here, and I can see my monitors here. All the way around, I can see my monitors. So that's what I'm building up here, command center. I already have security cameras out there. These are the night vision cameras out there that patrol the side of the house. But the only thing we get outside at night are the critters. So late at night, because I feed the cats and I forget to bring the cat food in, I have accumulated some interesting animals that have been coming up to the house for the last couple of days. I've actually bumped into 2 foxes. One got aggressive with me. So that was an interesting find right there. And a couple of big raccoons, a skunk, and some other weird thing. And I don't know what the freak that was, but you know, whatever. And mostly my demonstrations, if you notice, if you haven't watched my channel and my demonstrations, I'll do a demonstration. Hey, we're going to do a demonstration on the black screens, and then I'll completely switch over. We'll be outside. I can check it out. We're doing a 500-inch screen today. We're going to just add this in there with it. Which, speaking of 500-inch screens, I am actually building a 500-inch mesh screen in my backyard. It is quite huge. I had to get a special projector for that. The first one that came here didn't work, and I had to basically, I had to take a loss on it because I bought a Christie LX700, and it was a 7,000 lumen short throw projector. And the people I bought it from eBay was a charity group. I can't take that money back. I can't take that money back at all. So I let them keep the money, and I kept the projector. So the projector's in the shop being fixed, but it's going to cost me some money because the motherboard's damaged. Now, I don't know if they knew it or not. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything about it, but, you know, whatever. Because at the end of the day, they can use the money more than I can. And I'll just basically just bit by bit payments and try to get the motherboard repaired, which is very expensive. But I figure that money's going to feed somebody, so I'll take the loss any day. All right, people, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. For the fellow who's building the gaming room, oh, please do a YouTube video. Please share. I would love to see it. If you need any help with it or anything like that, let me know, and I'll help you out with anything else you need. Other than that, I'll drop some links. If I don't drop the links in right now, I'll drop them in tomorrow, and I'll have the links in there showing you where to go in and get this stuff from. That chair up there, like I said, $100. Man, it's a really good chair. It's a really sturdy one. All right, thank you all for your time. Y'all be safe out there, and God bless.